Hello, everyone. My name is Mariah Olson, and I am a junior, a part of the Spring 2020 cohort, and I will be going over today how to write your problem analysis. So, beginning with the running head, again, running head, colon, and then the name of your problem. So, our problem is aging out of foster care. So, whatever your problem is, this will be your title in all capital letters, and be sure to include the page number. When we go down to the middle of the page, it will be your group's name and then problem analysis, colon, and then the title of your problem. So we are foster's home, problem analysis, colon, aging out of foster care, because this is our problem. Again, with the names, your group leader will be first, and then the following to be alphabetized by last name. So Jamie is our group leader, then Rosa, Mariah, and Karen are alphabetized by last name, and then Tarleton State University to go underneath that. So to go to our second page, again in the header, your title will be the name of your problem, so aging out of foster care in all capital letters, and again the page number. And you'll start with the first section of the paper, which is defining the problem. And in this section, you need to clearly state your problem in the beginning of the paragraph. So our first sentence is, foster's home for children is confronting a problem with young adults aging out of foster care and lacking resources for adulthood. So in this, you would like to state why this is a problem and define any key terms. So such as we do, the term young adult refers to individuals between 17 and 24 years of age. So if you have any key terms that you need to make sure that your audience knows what you will be referring to. Additionally, make sure that your terms are consistent. So if you, for example, with us, with young adults, we will be referring to the people from ages 17 to 24 as young adults. Do not go back and forth between two different words. Again, state why this is a problem for this specific agency and other populations that would be affected by this, not necessarily just with this agency. So, such as with us, them enduring problems when they age out of the foster care. These include finding employment, obtaining a college education, locating shelter, and accessing healthcare. So you want to just hone in on the idea that this is a problem and things are not being done to fix this issue. These sources will come mainly from websites that discuss your problem, so such as Center for Public Justice, and personal communication from the agency as the problem relates specifically to the population in the agency. Next, with the prevalence of the problem, make sure you put a lot of stats in this section, because this is how you will drive the fact that this is a problem for more than just people in your agency. So our first sentence being, the National Foster Youth Institute states more than 23,000 young adults age out of foster care. This drives the idea that there are a lot of people having issues with this. And then go again into, these young adults often have issues with attaining employment, and at the age of 24, only half of young adults from foster care are employed. And make sure you have sources to back these up. So all of this information comes from Center for Public Justice that was written in 2017. So just hone in the idea that this is a problem for a lot of people, and it's a big deal, especially showing this. More than 95% will not have earned a degree by the age of 26. So just make sure that you're driving the idea. Again, specific APA, you don't want to begin or start a sentence with a number. So if you can, avoid this at all costs. And if you have to start it or end it with a number, you need to spell it out. And if you have one number in a section that's above the number 11 and above, then all numbers need to be in numerical order. Any number lower than 10 will be written out unless, again, there's a number in there that's bigger than 11. Next, we move on to population affected. So like in your service learning, in your agency analysis, you want to break it down in race, gender, and age. And you want to do this on the national level, the state level, and the local level. So we began with the national level, so go big to small, and we did gender, race, and age. Again, make sure that your numbers are big to small. So this being an example of those, 52% were male and 48% were female. Again, if you will be doing numbers, make sure that you stick with either percentages or raw numbers, because if you're going back and forth, your audience will be very confused. So here on the state level in Texas in 2017, thus many were 17 years of age. Again, big to small with the numbers, big, big, smaller, smaller. And in some cases where the breakdowns will be less than 1%, try to combine them together to make them to be a whole number, so that way your audience isn't getting confused. So this is an example. In Erath County, we had to do this with our African American or other, because each of those would have been less than a whole number and it wouldn't have made sense. Again, big number to small number, big to small. And just kind of wrap that up with and conclusion sentence that hones in your problem again. So we said nearly 30,000 children waiting to be adopted turn 18 and leave the system without families. So show that the problem that you're discussing in your paper is very relevant to the society. So next, with the community efforts to address the problems. So with this, you want to talk about programs in the community that are working towards addressing the problem. So not necessarily just for this agency, but that would be in the community, so on the state level. If once you identify some programs, just make sure that you give criteria for these. So like this says, to qualify for this program, the young adult must be enrolled in high school or college, be employed at least 80 hours a month, or present with a medical issue. And then again, go into when the criteria are met, they can be placed in one of two areas, and then talk about each program. So talk about, we have the supervised independent living or SIL, and the preparation for adult living or PAL program. And we go into another one, learning independence from experienced life, and just go into each of those so the reader knows what these programs do. And then lastly, wrap up with the importance. So our conclusion is, in Erath County, no other local agency has programs specifically for young adults aging out of foster care except Foster's Home for Children. So this shows the importance of having more programs for them to be able to age out and lead successful adult lives. Next, this is our last section, which is current available services. So in this, you want to make sure that all the services offered by the agency to combat the problem are in this section. So with this, we discuss how they hold trainings to help alleviate challenges young adults often encounter when aging out of the foster care system. And then also a new program that they implemented in August of 2018 entitled the Safety Opportunity Achievement Responsibility Program. And go into this program, talk about its mission statement, what it offers for the young adults, such as a base of support beneath them as they transition to life on their own, discuss what the participants must do. So they're required to maintain employment status, student status, or a combination of both, and they must follow all community expectations outlined in a document when they sign in enrolling in SOAR. Then here, just give demographics for this, whoever's participating in the program. So currently 7 adults are in this. 4 are females, 3 are males, 5 ages 18 and 2 ages 20. And again, just hone in the idea that what this program is trying to accomplish. And then again, have a closing sentence. Ours says, overall, each service Foster's Home offers for young adults in this population assists in their transition to adulthood. Now, this information will come from either the agency's website, which talks about these specific programs, or personal communication with either your community partner or the person in charge of said program, such as here we have Mr. Asbill. He is over the SOAR program, so that is where we got most of our information from, and then our community partner here with just overall information. Then we go to our references, again, alphabetical order in APA format. So the name or organization of the person writing the article, the year, the name of the article retrieved from, and then give the website. Make sure whenever you are doing the title of the article, make sure you sentence case. So that means that only the first letter of the title will be capitalized, and then if you have a colon, this letter would be capitalized. Obviously, this is a number, but if it was another word, then it would be capitalized. And again, for a packet, name of the organization writing it, year, name of the packet, say it's a packet, and then where it is located. So if you follow all of these instructions, you will be good on your problem analysis. Thank you so much.